Hello, good people. Let's go. It's me. I'm Alex. Whoa. Good evening. Hey, wavy lines. Hey, Petricide. How are y'all doing? Good to see you guys. You don't think you've never caught the intro live? That's pretty cool. It's one of my favorite parts of this show. I love the intro. We put a lot of thought into it and stuff. Hey, Brown Pants and friends. How are you doing? Does everything sound good tonight? It is imperative that I sound good tonight because you're gonna be hearing a lot of my voice.
Whoa.
Tonight. So, here we go. Seems good? Heck yeah. Tonight on It's Me, I'm Alex, we are going to be reading The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And the reason that I have chosen this book, I've always wanted to read an entire book as one episode of It's Me, I'm Alex. The reason that I chose The Great Gatsby is because the producer is a fan of like some dude called Andy Kaufman or something. And so like I guess like Andy Kaufman used to like, as a part of his stand-up comedy, he would read the entirety of The Great Gatsby as a part of his stand-up act. And so that has always intrigued the producer, and I guess by extension myself. Are you intrigued, Seymour?
Yeah.
Okay. And so like, you know, you sit there and you think like, well, what's it like to sit there while Andy Kaufman reads the entirety of The Great Gatsby? Like, I've never even read The Great Gatsby. I've never seen the movies based on it. Like, I don't know anything about it. I've seen the memes, you know, like I know Leonardo DiCaprio or whatever is like in the movie and all that stuff, but it, like I don't know anything about The Great Gatsby, honestly. Like, I'm going into this blind playthrough, so that's, I don't know, but the book went into the public domain this year, and so like it's like open season for like, you know, somebody's probably gonna put zombies. It's like The Great Gatsby, but like zombies, you know, but let's see. But tonight it's gonna be The Great Gatsby, but It's Me, I'm Alex. And I don't know, I'm kind of playing with this idea here. You know, like I'll read a book tonight, and if this goes good, I don't know, maybe next week we'll do the Canterbury Tales or something. Do you guys want to read the Canterbury Tales next week? Or something? I'm trying to get smart, because, like, in order to make money in this world, you have to have an education. Oh, well, I'll read in the original Old English, that's fine. I'm, like, thousands and thousands and thousands of years old, so... Sweet. I mean, I know this show is rated for mature audiences, and, you know, like, we get a little wild sometimes, but we gotta be smart, y'all. You know, we gotta put bread on the table, and we gotta feed our puppets, and so we gotta, like, learn about stuff and society, and we gotta do our homework. You know what I'm saying? And tonight, we are reading The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Is this set up? Is it for the Nintendo DS? That's not it. Huh. Where's it at? Hold on. For some reason, it's not sitting it over. Can I read a bit of the Canterbury Tales, just a couple of lines? Maybe. I'm trying to figure out why this isn't showing up. Oh. Because I didn't click the dang button. Uh-oh. Okay. So, here we are on the title page for The Great Gatsby. Well, it's all squished up because, like, I have it all squished up. It's not that long. It's just because I have it all big so you can see it. Yeah, it's all good. Alright. So, my gosh. Where do I begin? It was a summer day. The Great Gatsby. F. Scott Fitzgerald. Then wear the gold hat, if that will move her. If you can bounce high, bounce for her too, till she cry, lover, gold-hatted, high-bouncing lover, I must have you. Thomas Park Denvilliers. What is this all about? Is this like an inside joke? Maybe we should call this show like Alex Notes, you know, like Cliff Notes. Like if you have to do homework on like The Great Gatsby, like you'll just like, alright, well, it's me, I'm Alex, read the book. Let's see what Alex said. Yeah, but like I'm like the cool kid. Oh man. Alright. Dirty? What are you talking about? I'm just trying to like give people an education. Well, I don't want anybody to fail their test on stuff. You gotta eat your vegetables and do your homework. Alright. I don't have to read all this, I don't think. Oh gosh, here it is. Oh man. You ready to get started, Seymour?
Yes.
Alright. I guess we're doing this. I'm gonna do it. And we can, talk about it. I got time. We're gonna be here for a minute, so. Here we go. Chapter 1. The Great Gatsby. Here on It's Me. I'm Alex.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Chapter 1. In my younger and more vulnerable years, my father gave me some advice that I've been turning over in my mind ever since. Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone, he told me, just remember that all the people in this world haven't had the advantages that you've had. Oh, thank you, Wavy. He didn't say any more, but we've always been unusually communicative in a reserved way. Alright. And I understood that he meant a great deal more than that. In consequence, I'm inclined to reserve all judgments. A habit that has opened up many curious natures to me, and also made me the victim of not a few veteran bores. The abnormal mind is quick to detect and attach itself to this quality when it appears in a normal person. And it so came about that in college, I was unjustly accused of being a politician, because I was privy to the secret griefs of wild, unknown men.
Whoa.
Yeah. Most confidences were unsought. Unfrequently I had pain, sleep, preoccupation, or a hostile levity when I realized by some unmistakable sign that an intimate revelation was quivering on the horizon. Wait, is he like Southern now? What? You went into like a Southern voice. Oh, I don't know. Hey Canvas, it's cool. Welcome. Oh, you should use the right accent, Alex. Do it like a New York voice. I don't know if I can do a New York voice. Hey, Poogies. Thank you. I'm gonna do my best. I got a levity when I you see, you guys, you're just gonna have to take it, like, I'm doing my best, alright. Levity when I realized by some unmistakable sign that an intimate revelation was quivering on the horizon. For the intimate revelations of young men, or at least the terms in which they express them, are usually plagiaristic and marred by obvious suppressions. Reserving judgments is a matter of infinite hope. I am still a little afraid of missing something if I forget that. Thank you. If I forget that, as my father snobbishly suggested, and I snobbishly repeat, a sense of fundamental decencies is parceled out unequally at birth. So, like, I'm just a kid. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I guess, like, some dudes are talking. Alright. And after boasting this way of my tolerance, I come to the admission that it has a limit. Conduct may be founded on the hard rock or the wet marshes, but after a certain point, I don't care what it's founded on. When I came back from the East last autumn, I felt that I wanted the world to be in uniform and a sort of moral attention forever. I wanted no more riotous excursions with privileged glimpses into the human heart. Only Gatsby, the man who gives his name to this book, was exempt from my reaction. Gatsby, who represented everything for which I have an unaffected scorn. If personality is an unbroken series of successful gestures, then there was something gorgeous about him. Something heightened. Some heightened sensitivity to the promises of life. As if he were related to one of those intricate machines that register earthquakes 10,000 miles away. This responsiveness had nothing to do with that flabby impressionability, which is dignified under the name creative temperament. It was an extraordinary gift for hope, a romantic readiness such as I never found in any other person, and which it is not likely I shall ever again. No, Gatsby turned out all right at the end. It is what it preyed upon, Gatsby. What foul dust floated in the wake of his dreams that temporarily closed out my interest in the abortive sorrows and short-winded elations of dudes. Shoot. My family have been prominent, well-to-do people in this middle western city for 3 generations. The Caraways are some of a clan. We have a tradition that if we're descended from the Dukes of Buccleuch, shoot, but the actual founder of my line was my grandfather's brother.
Whoa.
Who came here in 51. Set up a substitute to the Civil War. And started like the wholesale hardware business that my father carries on today. I never saw this great uncle, but I'm supposed to look like him? A special reference to a rather hard-boiled painting that hangs in the father's office I graduated from New Haven in 1915. Just a quarter century after my father. A little later, I participated in that delayed Teutonic migration known as the Great War. I enjoyed the counter raid so thoroughly I came back restless. Instead of being the warm center of the earth, the Middle West now seemed like the ragged edge of the universe. So I decided to go east and learn the bond business. The bond business. Bond. Business bond. Everybody I knew was in the bond business. This is like a montage of like bond business stuff and like a bunch of papers going on. I'm just like setting the scene. Yeah, we're like the kings of bonds. Everybody I knew was in the bond business, so I suppose it could support one more single man. All my aunts and uncles talked it over as if they were choosing a prep school for me and finally said, "Why, yes," with very grave, hesitant faces. Father agreed to finance me for a year, and after various delays I came east permanently, I thought in the spring of 22. The practical thing was to find rooms in the city. It was a warm season and I had just left a country of wide lawns and friendly trees, so when a young man at the office suggested that we take a house together and in a commuting town, it sounded like a great idea. He found the house, the weather-beaten cardboard bungalow at $80 a month, but at the last minute the firm ordered him to Washington, and then I went out in the country alone. I had a dog. At least I had him for a few days until he ran away. And an old Dodge and a Finnish woman who made my bed and cooked. I'm not very good with voices. I hope this is okay. Breakfast. And muttered Finnish wisdom to herself over the electric stove. It was lonely for a day or so until one morning some man, more recently arrived than I, stopped me on the road. "How do you get to West Egg Village?" he asked helplessly. I told him, and as I walked on, I was so lonely no longer. And as I walked on, I was lonely no longer. I was a guide, a pathfinder, an original settler. He had casually conferred on me the freedom of the neighborhood. And so, with the sunshine and the great burst of leaves growing on the trees, just as things grow in fast movies, I had that familiar conviction that life is beginning over again with the summer.
Whoa.
There is much to read, for one thing, and so much fine health to be pulled out of the young, breath-giving air. I bought a dozen volumes on banking and credit and investment securities, and they stood on my shelf in red and gold like new money from the mint, promising to unfold the shining secrets that only Midas and Morgan and, McConaughey's, those people that they knew. I had high intention of reading many other books besides. I was rather literary in college. Are you having a dude? Aw, McConaughey's. I'm not good at pronunciation. One year I wrote a series of very solemn and obvious editorials for the Yale News. Now I was going to bring back all such things into my life and become again that most limited of all specials, the well-rounded man. This isn't just an epigram. Life is much more successfully looked at from a single window. After all, it was a matter of chance that I should have rented a house in one of the strangest communities in North America. It was on that slender, riotous island which extends itself due east of New York, and where there are, among other natural curiosities, two unusual formations of land. 20 miles from the city, a pair of enormous eggs, identical in contour and separated only by Courtesy Bay, jut out into the most domesticated body of salt water in the Western Hemisphere, the great wet barnyard of Long Island Sound. They are not perfect ovals, no. Like the egg in the Columbus story? No. They are both crushed flat at the contact end, but their physical resemblance must be a source of perpetual confusion to the gulls that fly overhead. To the wingless, a more arresting phenomenon is their dissimilarity in every particular except shape and size. Shoot. I lived at West Egg, the less fashionable of the two, though this is most superficial tag to express the bizarre and not a little sinister contrast between them. My house was at the very tip of the egg, only 50 yards from the Sound, and squeezed between two huge places that rented for $12,000 or $15,000 a season. The one on my right was a colossal affair by any standard. It was a factual imitation of some Hotel de Ville in Normandy, with a tower on one side, spanking new, under a thin beard of raw ivy, and a marble swimming pool, and more than 40 acres of lawn and garden. It was Gatsby's mansion. Or rather, as I didn't know Mr. Gatsby, it was a mansion inhabited by a gentleman of that name. My own house was an eyesore, but it was a small eyesore, and it had been overlooked, so I had a view of the water, a partial view of my neighbor's lawn, and the consoling proximity of millionaires, all for $80 a month. Wow, $80 a month. Across the Courtesy Bay by the white palaces of fashionable East Egg glittered along the water. So many eggs. And the history of the summer really begins on the evening egg. I drove over there to have dinner with the Tom Buchanan eggs. Daisy was my second cousin, once removed. And I'd known Tom in college. Yeah. Oh, the LOLing. Hold on, we gotta fix the LOLing, cause hold on. Alright, could you please try to LOL again, Petra? To see if the LOLing is working. Yeah, thank you. Alright, where were we? Daisy Daisy was my second cousin once removed. I had known Tom in college, and just after the war I spent 2 days with them in Chicago. Her husband, among various physical accomplishments, had been one of the most powerful ends that ever played football at New Haven. A national figure in a way, one of those men who reached such an acute limit of excellence at 21 that everything afterwards savors of anticlimax, you know? You know?
Yes.
Yeah. His family was enormously wealthy. Even in college, his freedom with money was a matter for reproach. But now he had left Chicago and come east in a fashion that rather took your breath away. For instance, he had brought down a string of polo ponies from Lake Forest. It was hard to realize that a man in my own generation was wealthy enough to do that. Why they came east, I don't know. They had spent a year in France for no particular reason and then drifted here and there and unrestfully everywhere. Wait, that's not what it says. Take 2. Why they came east, I don't know. Why they came east, I don't know. They had spent a year in France for no particular reason and had drifted here and there unrestfully wherever. Why did the producer make me do this? I want to play video games. Can I play video games?
No.
You have to do your homework, Alex. This is stupid. I want to play like Mario or something. You have to do your homework, Alex. You have to do it. I want to play Punch Out. Can I play Punch Out? Can we take like an audience poll? What do you guys... This is... Oh my god, what a... Okay, fine. I'm going. Okay, sorry. But money was a matter for reproach, but now he had left Chicago and come east in a fashion that rather took your breath away. For instance, he'd brought down a string of polo ponies from Lake Forest. It was hard to realize that I'm doing it, Pookies. I'm doing it. Polo ponies from Lake Forest. It was hard to realize that a man in my own generation was wealthy enough to do that. Why they came east, I don't know. They had spent a year in France for no particular reason, and then drifted here and there, unrestfully wherever people played polo and were rich together. Yeah, I want to be normal, so I'm reading this book. This was a permanent move, said Daisy over the telephone. But I didn't believe. it. I had no sight into Daisy's heart. But I felt that Tom would drift on forever, seeking a little wistfully for the dramatic turbulence of some irrecoverable football game. Y'all having fun? And so it happened that on a warm, windy evening, I drove over to East Egg, Daisy, to see two old friends whom I scarcely knew at all. Their house was even more elaborate than I expected. This book is great. A cheerful red and white Georgian colonial mansion overlooking the bay. The lawn started at the beach and ran toward the front door for a quarter of a mile, jumping over sundials and brick walls and burning gardens. Burning gardens? Finally, when it reached the house, drifting up the side in bright vines as though from the momentum of its run. The front was broken by a line of French windows glowing now with reflected gold and wide open to the warm, windy afternoon. And Tom Buchanan in riding clothes was standing with his legs apart on the front porch. He had changed since his New Haven years. Now he was a sturdy, straw-haired man of 30, with a rather hard mouth and a supercilious manner. Supercilious. Can you say supercilious, Seymour?
No.
Say supercilious.
No.
Supercilious.
Nope.
Okay. Hold on. Alright. Over his face. Did I read this page? Yeah. And gave him the appearance of always leaning aggressively forward. Not even the effeminate swank of his riding clothes could hide the enormous power of that body. Wait, he seemed to feel those glistening boots until he strained the top lacing, and you could see a great pack of muscle shifting when his shoulder moved under his thin coat. What kind of book is this? It was a body capable of enormous leverage. A cruel body. His speaking voice a gruff, husky tenor. Hey, kind of like me. Added to the impression of fractiousness he conveyed. There was a touch of paternal contempt in it, and even toward people he liked. And there were men in New Haven who hated his guts. Now, don't think my opinion on these matters is final, he seemed to say. Just because I am stronger, more of a man than you are, we are in the same senior society. And while we were never intimate, I always had the impression that he approved of me, and he wanted me like him, with some harsh, defiant wistfulness of his own. We talked for a few minutes on the sunny porch.
Neat.
I've got a nice place here, he said, his eyes flashing about restlessly. Turning me around by one arm, he moved a broad, flat hand along the front vista, including in its swept a sunken Italian garden, a half-acre of deep, pungent roses, and a snub-nosed motorboat that bumped the tide offshore. It belonged to Domain, the oil man. He turned me all around again, politely and abruptly. We'll go inside. We walked through a high hallway into a bright, rosy-colored space fragilely bound into the house by French windows at either end. Was that a sentence? That We walked through a high hallway into a bright rosy-colored space, fragilely bound into the house by French windows at either end. Who talks like that? Oh, crap. Like why? Do you know what I'm saying though, right? Like, okay. I'm sorry that everyone doesn't speak the Queen's English like you do, Alex. What? Alright. The windows were ajar and gleaming, white against the fresh grass outside that seemed... They certainly are, to grow a little way in the house. The breeze blew through the room, blew curtains in and at one end, and out the other like pale flags, twisting them up toward the frosted wedding cake of the ceiling, and then rippled over the wine-colored rug, making a shadow on it, as wind does on the sea. The only completely stationary object in the room was an enormous couch on which two women were buoyed up, though upon an anchored balloon. They were both in white, and their dresses were rippling and fluttering as if they had just been blown back in after a short flight around the house. I must have stood up for a few moments listening to the whip and snap of the curtains and the groan of a picture on the wall. Then there was a boom as Tom Buchanan shut the rear windows and the caught wind died out about the room and the curtains and the rugs, and the two young women ballooned slowly to the floor. If you stopped me right now and asked me what is going on in the Great Gatsby, I don't know. Right? There's some dude and there's some rugs. Okay. As long as we're all together. Alright. The younger of the two was a stranger to me. She was extended full length at her end of the divan, completely motionless, and with her chin raised a little, as if she were balancing something on it, which were quite likely to fall. If she saw me out of the corner of her eye, she gave no hint of it. Indeed, I was almost surprised into murmuring an apology for having disturbed her by coming in. The other girl, Daisy, made an attempt to rise. She leaned slightly forward with a conscientious expression. Then she laughed, an absurd, charming little laugh, and then I laughed too and came forward into the room. I'm paralyzed with happiness. She laughed again, as if she said something very witty, and held my hand for a moment, looking up into my face, promising that there was no one in the world that she so much wanted to see. That was the way she had. She hinted in a murmur that the surname of the balancing girl was Baker. I've heard it said that Daisy's murmur was only to make people lean toward her, and a relevant criticism that made it no less charming. At any rate, Miss Baker's lips fluttered. She nodded at me almost imperceptibly. Oh man. I don't know. And then quickly tipped her head back again. The object she was balancing had obviously tottered a little and given her something of a fright. Again, a sort of apology arose to my lips. Almost any exhibition of complete self-sufficiency draws a stunned tribute from me. I looked back at my cousin, who began to ask me questions in her low, thrilling voice. It was the kind of voice that the ear follows up and down, as if the speech is an arrangement of notes that will never be played again. It is, ain't it, Wavy? Her face was sad and lovely, and bright things in it, bright eyes and bright, passionate mouth. Ew. But there was an excitement in her voice that men who had cared for her found difficult to forget. A singing compulsion. A whispered, "Listen, I promised that she had done gay." She had done gay?
Whoa.
Exciting things. Just a while since, and that there were gay, exciting things hovering in the next hour. Oh, this is like 1920s gay, probably. It is cool we hear it at Smia Malik's support doing gay. Yay. Do gay, exciting things. Dun, 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 dun. I told her how I had stopped off in Chicago for a day on my way east, and how a dozen people had sent their love through me. Do they miss me? She cried ecstatically. The whole town is all desolate. All the cars have the left rear wheel painted black as a mourning wreath, and there's a persistent wail all night along the North Shore. How gorgeous. Let's go back, Tom. Tomorrow. Then she added irrelevantly, "You ought to see the baby." I'm sorry. I don't think I am. I'd like to. She's asleep. She's 3 years old. Haven't you ever seen her? Never. Well, you ought to see her. She's Tom Buchanan, who had been hovering restlessly about the room, stopped and rested his hand upon my shoulder. "What are you doing, Nick?" And Nick was like, "I'm a bond man." Bond man.
Whoa.
I'm a bond man. We're on page 34 out of 500, and only 500 more pages to go. Can I go home? Alright, I'm ready to take the test. I'm done. I'm playing Punch Out. I'm playing Punch Out. And no one is stopping me. I'm gonna play Punch Out. I'm doing it. This is no. Do I? I mean, we'll be here until like 6 in the morning. But if there is an overwhelming, I don't think so. This is... My God. What do you guys think? Are you like ready for more? You don't think I'm a Bond man? I don't know if I'm a Bond man. I'm more of a Punch-Out man, to be honest. Alright, this episode's gonna be called, like, 1 hour of the Great Gatsby / we punch out. That's what's happening. Alright, cool.
Cool.
I'm losing my damn mind. This is... Y'all know the producer? You know, like, she comes up with these ideas, and Miss Denise, right? Like, she wasn't even like a part of this show for like forever. And then like all of a sudden this year, she's like, oh, Miss Denise Michelle Norris or whatever. I'm the producer of It's Me, I'm Alex. And she comes over here with like these ideas like, oh, Alex, you should read all of The Great Gatsby to your stream. And like, you know, cause like Andy Kaufman, I'm like, they don't even know who Andy Kaufman is. And well, I'm not saying bad words about the producer. It's just she just has like some bad ideas sometimes. And I'm like, dude, it's me, I'm Alex. It's like she overthinks it, you know? It's like she doesn't get it. You know, you just come in here and like doing this show is easy. You and I know how to do this show. We come here and we play like Punch Out and stuff like that. Miss Denise is like, you should read The Great Gatsby. What are we doing, Seymour? Do you know?
Stupid.
Yeah. Oh my God. This was... Okay. I'm gonna... Hold on. Book learning. What? Not on my watch. Alright. Oh, you're welcome, Canvas. That was fun. I wish I had the patience to do it all the way, but have I ever had the patience to do anything all the way through? Ever? Throughout the entire history of time? Alright, I'm gonna play some Punch Out. Right? Always switching things up. But I did get through a significant portion of The Great Gatsby. We got through like 30 pages out of 530 pages. So like you basically didn't do anything. Oh.
Nope.
Oh. Well, I tried. There was just like so many words, you know? Like, did y'all could see, y'all saw all those words, right? Like, it wasn't just me, like there was like, it was talking about vines and rugs and like, but you know, I guess when people ask, well, what do you do on It's Me, I'm Alex? Be like, well, we've done a little bit of everything. Even read The Great Gatsby. Alright. Bondman. No! Alright, it's time to get this show back to normal. So I'm gonna play some Punch Out. We did have a playthrough that we haven't even touched since 2019. I wanna do some, just start a new playthrough, see how far I can get. We'll go with Paul. Alrighty, Wavy. Thanks for hanging out and lurking and stuff. Alright. Start with Glass Joe. This should be easy.
Bonjour, bonjour. Right. Aha. Vive la France.
He's just as easy as he always has been.
1, 2, 3.
Good old Glass Joe.
Right. Oh zut.
Alright. Should be no problem
1,
with Mr. Glass Joe here.
4, 5, 6,
I hope everyone out there is doing okay.
7, 8. Come on. Right.
Oh, junk, I punched the twisty biscuits out of him. Too late.
Great fighting, Mac. Scratch that. Super fighting, Mac. You ready for the next challenge?
I'm ready. Alright. Let's do it. Time to punch.
Wo bist du denn? Wo bist du denn? Mommy!
Sorry, buddy. This is where you gotta lay down.
2, 3, 4. Come on, come on.
He's not a very good fighter.
Wo bist du denn? Mommy! Weiter geht's. Weiter geht's.
Finally.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5.
Come on, come on. Wo bist du denn? Mommy! Weiter geht's. Weiter geht's.
Looks like we're gonna have to go to the second round for this guy.
Hey, Mac baby, teach Von Kaiser a lesson. Send him
We're
back
gonna.
to boot camp. Weiter geht's. Weiter geht's.
Oh, I'm hacking him.
Weiter geht's. Wo bist du denn? Mommy! Weiter geht's. Weiter geht's.
You take that. Those heckin' punches.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8, 9.
Weiter geht's. Weiter geht's. Wo bist du denn? Mommy! Weiter geht's.
There we go.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's down.
Cool.
Heck yeah. No time for
Rock and roll, baby.
rock and roll,
That sucker
baby.
didn't even stand a chance. You ready for the next challenge now?
I'm ready. Rock and roll. Alright. Once the disco kid, I'm ready for you.
Woo!
Let's do it. This fella is fabulous. But I'm gonna have to take him down. It's the name of the game. It's called boxing.
Ready for this? Yeah, just go, kid. Here it comes. Here it comes.
And down he goes.
1, 2. Come on. Fight.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Aw,
Step it up, Mac. Where's your hustle?
does he not see my hustle?
But
I have
there's
already
only one
been
way to either
showing
top
off my hustle actually. So,
Uh-huh. Hey, good looking.
right? Oh dang,
1, 2, 3,
he's already out.
5. Come on. Fight.
He's already down again. He's not having a good night.
3, 4,
I
6,
guess I have to tell his friends and family that
9. Come on. Fight.
Here it comes.
oh junk. I think this is technically, yep. He got technically knocked out. Haha. Read 'em and weep, boys.
Untouched, baby. Untouched. Did that sucker even land a punch? The next fight might not be so easy.
We'll see. We'll see. Let's do it. King Hippo. Ready for him. It is hippo time. I'm always jealous of his delicious hams and stuff that he's got. Gotta punch him while his mouth is open. This is chapter 3, Pookies. This is a chapter. This is a chapter where, like, I play Punch Out. Dang. He's really tough. No.
Join the Nintendo fun. I mean, Club Nintendo today, Mac.
That whole Great Gatsby thing was another one of the... It just didn't work out. It's hard to sit here and read a book for like a bunch of hours, and I don't know what my producer was thinking. I think I punched all the pineapples out of him. I did. Punched his pineapples out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Woo-wee, Mac, baby. You're off to a good start, son. The belt's all yours. You're a minor circuit champion now.
Heck yeah. Ooh, it's time for a cutscene.
Now let's take down the next circuit. Quick feet, Mac. Quick feet. Work 'em, Mac. Work 'em. Left, right. Left, right. That's it, baby.
Heck
Keep it
yeah.
up, Mac. Keep it up.
Alright. Mr. Hondo. You have... It is time Awesome. And not come down, that gives me the opportunity to earn some more energy points, which is helpful. But I just lost them all anyway.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. Right.
Good going.
Be careful in that Mac. Watch out for the Hondo rush. Keep
I'm
your
watching
blocks
out.
up, baby. Keep your blocks up.
Doc kind of sounds like a demon. It's pretty scary. I didn't know we could bring privacy mats. Sorry, Piston.
1, 2.
He acts like someone piston his Cheerios.
Come on, come on. Right.
Got him.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey. Oh no.
Right.
Merman. Did you hear him? He said merman. What if Piston Honda is a merman?
Whoa.
Unstoppable, kid.
I never really explored
You fight
that.
Like a lion. A lion.
Like he's from the ocean. That'd be cool if like they did like Punch Out, like, but with I was gonna say Punch Out in the ocean. That's ridiculous. Uh-oh. It's the Canadian bear hugger. Uh-oh. Oh, he has like a little squirrel and stuff. Oh. Teeth. Emperor.
1,
Indeed.
2, 3, 4. Come on, come on. Right.
Let's dance. She scored. Need a hug. She scored. Need a hug.
This guy's a little tough.
Fish.
Canada doesn't play.
Join the Nintendo front. I mean, Club Nintendo today, man.
Like, if I was in Canada, I would watch my back. Yeah. Oh, well, that was quick.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, come on. Right.
Slam an arm. Need a hug. Need a hug.
Oh, he got me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right.
Need a hug. She scored. Yeah, let's dance. Need a hug. Timber.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
7,
8.
8.
Come on, come on.
Oh no.
Soccer. Need a hug. Need a hug.
Like, he doesn't understand that I figured out his need a hug trick. And he keeps on doing it. Like, use your brain. That lets me know what you're gonna do, and then,
Great fighting, Mac. Scratch that. Super fighting, Mac.
yeah,
Ready for
maybe
the
he
next
did
challenge.
just need a hug, huh? That's the only way he could get it. Uh-oh, this guy uses his magic. Alright. We gotta watch out, cause he uses magic tricks. Which is cheating in my opinion. I don't think you can, Pooks. We should make a petition for Nintendo to put that in the next one.
मैं हूँ शेर सिंह दाएं से हाँ दाएं से अरे दाएं से अरे तेरा ध्यान कहाँ है दाएं से अरे दाएं से अरे दाएं से अरे
This guy is giving me a hard time.
दाएं से अरे दाएं से अरे दाएं से अरे
Yeah.
तेरा ध्यान कहाँ है
Yeah. It's a little crunchy for me too.
दाएं से दाएं से अरे
One, two.
We'll do it. Like, we'll do some peaceful punching until I can't punch anymore. Don't really have the timing of that one right. Oh, he got me. Whatever. I beat him before. Alright. Well, that sound means that this weird episode of It's Me, I'm Alex is over. Maybe it's the best episode that we've ever made. Maybe it'll go down in history as like, did you see that episode of It's Me, I'm Alex where he reads the Great Gatsby for like an hour and then he just like plays Punch Out for a few minutes and then like, this is the best episode ever. Alright. No, it's not lost. Alright. I love you guys. Thank you for putting up with like the things that I put out and say and do and stuff, and thank you so much for watching. Aww, I love you guys. The reading was hard, but you know, maybe I don't know. Well, here's something crazy. I don't think I'm done streaming for the whole entire night. I'm just taking a break. and I want to come back, and I want to play some more Deal or No Deal, and I want to play, yeah, I want to play Deal or No Deal again, and I want to play Press Your Luck again, because those games are fun, and so like, I want to have some fun. So I'm gonna come back in about 30 minutes, 1 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm gonna play some more game show games, okay? So, I'm gonna go drink some water. No more Great Gatsby. God. Like, fire the producer. Like, how did she even get this show made? Like, suggesting ideas like that. Like, I don't even know how this show even existed. Like, my God. Denise Michelle Norris, if you're watching, listen. Don't forget.
Goodbye.